Okay, my sweetheart. Before we start talking properly, I want you to get comfortable for me. So go on, shuffle around a little bit. Pull the blanket up if you need to. Adjust your pillow. Take a second to settle yourself properly. Get warm. Get cozy. That's it. Now let your shoulders soften. Unclench your jaw. And take a slow breath in through your nose. And then let it out gently through your mouth. That's it. You don't need to rush tonight, sweetie. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to achieve anything. You're just here with Mummy, listening to my voice, letting yourself wind down. Maybe you've had a long day. Maybe your brain has been buzzing with thoughts, lists, worries, things you feel like you should have done better. But darling, none of that matters right now. Right now, Mummy is telling you to rest. Mummy's got you. Mummy's here. Just focus on my voice and the way your body is slowly getting heavier and softer against the bed. That's a good little darling. Relax for me, sweetie. Because today I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to talk to you about my garden. You don't need to do anything but listen. You don't even need to focus on the words. Just let yourself zone, relax, knowing that Mummy is right here. Because it's nearly springtime. I've been spending a lot of time outside in my garden, just quietly pottering about. Nothing dramatic. Just small, gentle bits of gardening that slowly make the space feel nicer. It's not a huge garden. It's actually quite small. But small gardens feel cozy to me. It's my little hidden place that I can hide in when the world gets too busy. Recently, I even brought a little table for my patio. I even built it myself, if you can imagine. Mummy with a tool set. It took a bit of figuring out with the screws. But when I was done, I stood back and I felt quite proud of it. Now there's a place to sit outside. There's a table for me to rest my coffee. And there's a chair for me to sit back and watch the world go by. It's somewhere I can have my morning coffee, or sit in the evening when the air is cooler and everything feels calm. I've got some solar lights to put up around the fence. During the day, they'll charge up. So when the evening comes, they'll start glowing softly. Nothing too bright or harsh. Just a little warmth around my plants. That sort of light makes a garden feel peaceful. If you were sitting there with me, you'd hear the birds in the trees. Maybe the faint rustle of leaves moving in the breeze. Just the soft sounds that a garden makes when everything is calm. I've been planting quite a few things too. Little flowers, small plants. One of the flowers I planted are called oxalis. They're delicate little plants with lovely little leaves and soft flowers. They look really pretty. They have these gentle little leaves that seem to move with the light. They open up during the day, and they rest when evening comes. I always like plants that make the garden feel alive. Like everything is quietly breathing along with you. And not too far away from them, I have some rose bushes. Roses always make a garden feel special, don't they? A little bit romantic. A little bit classic. Mine are pink. A really soft, pretty shade of pink. And right now, they're still waking up for the season. You can see the leaves coming in. They're fresh, they're green. And the tiny pink buds are slowly forming. I like to check on them every morning just to see if anything has changed. Gardens are funny like that. You look at something one morning and it seems exactly the same. And then a few days later, suddenly, there's a flower where there wasn't one before. Tiny little surprises. It teaches you to be patient. It teaches you to wait. I also planted something new this year that I'm curious about. They're called straw flowers. I planted them from tiny seeds. But the sweet thing about them, if they grow, is where the seeds came from. I saved them from a bouquet of flowers. When the bouquet was starting to fade, I noticed the little dried centre of the straw flowers, and I carefully took some of the seeds from them. They look like the inside of a dandelion. And I just thought it might be lovely to try growing something of my own from something that had been a gift. So I tucked those tiny seeds into some compost. They're so small, you can barely see them. It feels impossible that they will become real flowers. But I pressed each one into the earth gently, gave them a little water, and then I'm waiting. Waiting and waiting. Every time I go into the garden, I find myself checking those pots. Just peeking at the soil to see if a tiny green spout has appeared yet. So far, it mostly looks like soil and hope. But that's okay. Underneath the surface, something might already be happening. Little roots, tiny shoots. It happens slowly, gently in its own time. Gardens never rush. And right now, my little one, neither do you. You're doing so well, just listening to Mummy talk about her garden. And of course, I'm not the only one enjoying the garden. My 2 dogs spend a lot of time out there with me. You might know them as Charmander and Bonbon. They follow me closely around the garden when I'm planting or watering things, sniffing everything very seriously. They're like tiny little garden inspectors. One of them loves digging. If there's a patch of soil anywhere, she will decide it absolutely needs investigating. That's why all my new plants are in pots. To stop her. The other one. Now he's convinced that every plant must possibly be edible. Because why else would Mummy plant it if not food? Which means I have to keep a careful eye on things. I've caught Bon a few times with his snoot in my pots. munching away at compost. So that's why all my new plants will start their new lives in pots. Lots and lots of pots. When I'm out there, the dogs just wander around nearby. Sometimes sniffing the grass. Sometimes looking at the fence at the family of squirrels that live in a tree. Sometimes chasing a ball. And my favourite? When they flop down in a sunny patch and just relax. It's very peaceful. Sometimes my cat, Boo, joins us, and I have the three of them, my little family, in the garden. It's very peaceful. It's relaxing. And that's really what my garden has become for me. A peaceful little place. A hideaway. It's not perfect. It's not finished. There's still so much to be done. But it's somewhere I can step outside, breathe a little slower, sit at the little table with the coffee and just look at everything growing. I'll notice what plants need watering, which flowers are opening, and which leaves are moving in the breeze. And those quiet little moments are my favourite. So I want you to imagine being there with me. Picture a small, cosy garden. Nothing fancy, just soft grass, a few flower beds, and tiny little plants slowly growing. There's a small patio area with the table that I built, and a chair where you can sit comfortably. The air is calm. There's no loud noises. And if you listen carefully, you can hear birds somewhere in the distance. Soft little chirping that float through the garden. Maybe the sun is going down, and the lights are starting to glow. The kind of light that makes everything feel safe and sleepy. Charmander and Bon are somewhere nearby, curled up comfortably after a busy day of sniffing and exploring. Everything's quiet. Nothing is rushing. Nothing is demanding your attention. You can just sit there with Mummy in her garden. I'll show you my favourite plants, which flowers I'm excited about, and little stories behind each one. And while you're imagining that peaceful little garden, I want you to feel your body getting heavier in your bed, your legs relaxing, your arms resting comfortably, your shoulders dropping down. That's exactly what Mummy wants. Mummy wants you to relax. You deserve to relax, my darling. So let yourself melt for me. Your breathing is slow, soft and steady. In and out. My good little darling. Your mind doesn't need to work right now. If any thoughts try to wander in, just let them drift away. Like soft, fluffy clouds passing over the garden. They don't need your attention tonight. Mummy's voice is the only thing you need. So just imagine sitting there in my quiet garden, hearing the birds, feeling the calm evening air, watching the soft lights glow around the plants. It's perfect. There's nothing to worry about, nothing to fix, nothing that requires your attention. Mummy's right here with you, and you're doing exactly what I want you to do right now. Slowly and slowly getting sleepier. Sleepier and sleepier. While everything around the garden grows quietly. Keep relaxing for me, sweetheart. Let the sound of my voice wrap around you like a warm blanket. Soft and gentle and safe. You're doing so well, my darling. Mummy is so very proud of you for slowing down like this, for letting yourself rest. Keep drifting for me, sweetheart. Keep relaxing. You're doing so well. I'm so proud of you. Mummy loves it when you look after yourself. When you take the time to rest, to relax. My good little darling. Mummy's good darling. I love you, sweetheart. I love you so much. Now rest. Relax. Everything is good.